Well, there's also lots happening in the commodity market. So Manisha Gupta is joining in. Manisha, what's the one commodity that you're tracking today?
Well, I'm tracking monsoon this time because we have been hearing for the last couple of days updates coming in from IMD, so I'm going to analyze that. Well, in the latest information that IMD came out with in the previous evening, they said that the southwest monsoon onset over Kerala is likely on 31st of May. This is one day earlier than usually what we see as a date of 1st of June, but there's an error of ±4 days that IMD has put out with this day as well. Monsoon onset in parts of Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar is expected on 19th of May, and this is 2 days prior to what we usually see happen here as well. I want to take you through on what really have been the forecast from IMD and the actual monsoon that we've seen in last many years there. And when you look at the table that would come in, it only has been a couple of times that IMD has said that you could be looking at monsoon on 31st of May. One is this year and the last time was in 2021. But when you look at the actual onset of monsoon, it only has been once, and in the month of May that you have seen the monsoon come in. Apart from that, it always has been a month of June that the monsoon has come. And this time around, of course, with an error of ±4 days, the expectation is that it could perhaps be June before you see those monsoon showers here. Also, when you look at the prediction for this year in sense of monsoon, IMD has talked about above normal monsoon at 106%, while SkyMet talks about normal monsoon at 102%. I also want to take you through last few years on the kind of monsoon that we have seen in sense of final numbers there. So we're looking at 106% of a forecast. The last time you saw that kind of a monsoon was in 2022. Last year, remember, was an uneven, jittery and least monsoon that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years at 94%. But the last couple, 2020 and 21 was great years, by the way, 109, 99 to 106%. So 20, 21, 22 were good years, 23 not so much, but 24 is going to be very important, because we did see previous monsoon not so great, and that did lead to commodity prices, agriculture production and prices both going on the higher side, and did lead to curbs coming from the government as well in sense of exports of various commodities like rice, wheat, onion and sugar in that sense also. India does receive 70% of its annual rainfall in the month of June and September. Remember, even as irrigation as a concept has been spreading in India, but the latest numbers from Ministry of Agriculture do show that it still is 51% of India that still depends, is a rain-fed really. Monsoon also is important this time because we are looking at very low reservoirs. The groundwater reservoir also has been declining, and there are important kharif crops that the government would be keeping an eye on in sense of production there. So you have rice, corn, cotton, sugarcane and soybean that you are looking at in sense of important kharif crops in the season that is going to start very soon there. The uneven 2023 monsoon did lead to various curbs there, and that is something that the street will look out for in sense of crops and ensuring that you don't see that kind of concerns. IMD also has come out with a couple of very important statements. One, that El Nino is weakening and La Nina will set in by August. So you would be looking at a stronger second half in sense of monsoon there. IMD also has said that it would be in the last week of May that they would come out with a geographical forecast as well on north, east, south and west on what kind of monsoon would these various would these areas see. So that is something that the street will keep an eye on.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well.